Hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Sophie and today I am bringing you a how to give online classes. So I thought I would start by the obvious. So to give online classes, first of all, you need to be seen and students need to find you. So I would highly recommend making kind of a banner type poster of your English classes and what you can give to your students, for example your experience, and then put that on all your social media, so on Facebook, Instagram, and hopefully try and get all your friends and family to share that banner, that poster, whatever you have made. I will actually put up an example of mine. And yeah, that way students will be able to find you. Obviously, if you're very lucky, students may ask you, oh, if you're English, can you give me an online class? But that doesn't always happen. So if it doesn't happen, then this is one of the best ways that you can do it. Then to give the online classes, I usually use Skype if it's a one-to-one class, so just a conversational class with one other person. And if not, I will use Google Meet, which is just a little app of Google. So as all you need is an email address, and that way you can speak to more than one person at a time. And you can obviously then share your screen, be it on Skype or be it on Google Meet. So for example, if you want to do a game or if you want to show your students something that you have on your computer, you can just share the screen and then you can do it like that. So when you find your students, I highly recommend setting a time every week. So for example, with my last student, we did 2 times a week. We did Wednesdays and Fridays in the morning at 10 o'clock. So if you have a student that you trust or you know their timetable, they know yours, then you can just speak to each other and decide which time and day is best for you, be it 1 or 2 days a week. For exam preparation, I would recommend 2 times a week. If it's just conversation, maybe 1, or for example, you can do 1 conversational and 1 exam preparation class a week. And if it's with more people, I would recommend a class of maximum 5, because online it's very hard to speak one-on-one with each student, to help each student, to listen to them and to give them feedback. So to be honest, for me the best option is to do a one-on-one class, but if that's not possible for you and you have more students, then I would do a max of 5. Okay, a little tip for you is to, on your banner or on your poster, mention that your first class will be a free class. Now this is a great way for your students to say, oh right, I don't know if I want to be with this person, but if I have a free class with them, then I can decide if I like them or not as a teacher. And it is the best way also for you to get to know your student. Now, I have learned that it is very good for the beginning of your classes with the students. Get to know their level, and this first free class is the best way that you can do it. So you can just speak to that student, ask them some certain questions, and with that you will understand what level they want, but also what they want from you. If they want conversational classes, if they want to learn grammar, if they want listenings, if they want writings, whatever they want, and from then you can start kind of structuring and you're preparing your classes, obviously if the student likes you and chooses to go with you. So yeah, I would recommend a first free class and then set a kind of price per class or per week. Now with my last student, we did a weekly fee. We had 2 classes and we had a weekly price. And every 2 weeks or so, she would pay me into my bank account. Now that is another thing. Don't leave the payments till the end of all your classes. Try get them to do them as regular as possible. So say every 2 to 3 weeks to get the payment to you, because if not, they can forget, or you can forget how much they owe you, and it can just be a bit of a palaver. So yeah, I would definitely recommend doing, I'd say every 2 weeks a payment, and maybe making them an offer, right? So for example, if I say, okay, all my classes are 15 euros, but if you have 2 classes with me a week, I'll do it for 25, and that way they will come to you a bit easier. So as I said, when you get to know your student, you will know what they want from you and how to structure and prepare your class. Now, the best thing to do for a class is to prepare beforehand and decide, okay, if they want to learn reading, writing, grammar. Then we will start the first half an hour with grammar. Then we will do a reading together. Then I will give them a writing assignment for home. So just structure your class. And I like to, when I finish the class with my student, tell them what I have prepared for the next class, or ask them what they would like for the next class, and that way in your head you can structure it, but also they will know more or less what they are expecting from that next class, and also what they need to prepare. Now, homework is a big thing. For conversational classes, not as much, but I would also recommend for conversational classes, for example, if you're going to be talking about travel, to give them a video to watch about travel, to give them a film, to give them a page of vocabulary to read through, so that then is not something that you have to teach them in class, it's something they already know, and then you can work on those new words in class through conversation, because if not, you're going to be spending most of your time teaching the words and you're going to lose most of the class. And then again, if it's a grammar class, I would recommend maybe a reading or a song, a video which uses a lot of that grammar, so then in their head they already know what's coming, and then you just briefly explain. But also I would recommend to elicit, so to not explain to them, okay, grammar, present, this is this and this. Give them an example and try make them understand what it is and explain it to you, because that's the best way they are going to learn. So that is my recommendation. I would also recommend, for example, different activities once you have done all of the grammar exercises you need to do. For example, you can do some role play, you can do some chatting with the student, you can also make them do a Kahoot, for example, a quiz, listen to a song and fill in the gaps. There's loads of things you can do, and as I mentioned in my previous video, which I will tag here, there are loads of resources online that you can use and can help you with your online classes. I would highly recommend to every time basically you hear the student speak to give them feedback, because if not, they're never going to learn. So for example, when they're talking, don't stop them in the middle of when they're talking. Grab a paper, write down their mistakes, then repeat it to them, or maybe write it down, show it to them and say, where do you think you went wrong here? And then they can see their mistakes from themselves, and that way next time it will not happen again. So now, yeah, that is it. If you have any questions, please put them down below. If you have any more tips that you would like to share, also comment them down below. Subscribe if you're not already, and I hope that has helped you to give online classes. I really actually like giving online classes. I think there's something different. So yeah, just make it fun for them and make them want to come to the class, because if not, it's not going to happen. So good luck, and I will see you soon for another video.